Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news Cartridge for Friday, January 13th, 2017. Holy crap, it's Friday the 13th! Run! Just kidding. Happy Friday, everybody, but there's only one thing on every gamer's mind today, and that is the Nintendo Switch event that took place last night. We're mainly going to be talking about the materials in the event rather than the event itself, which could be summed up just like this. Yeah!
Hey.
Ugh. Let's start the same place Nintendo did last night and get 90% of the information that people want to know first out of the way, and that is the Switch launches on March 3rd, 2017, worldwide. Next is the price, which the Nikkei almost had spot on when they reported it would be 26,000 yen. The revealed price is slightly under 30,000 yen. The other prices confirmed are $299 US, 279 British pounds, and 399 Canadian. So let's run down the list of third-party games that have been confirmed for the Switch, starting with Disgaea 3 Complete from Nippon Ichi Software. Shin Megami Tensei will make an appearance on the Switch, but with development currently underway, there isn't much known about the title. Ubisoft has plans to release the currently released Steep to the platform, along with Just Dance and a port of Rayman Legends. In a move I find very surprising, Nintendo has teamed up with EA to release a FIFA game on the Switch. This is probably one of the best moves I have seen Nintendo make in a long time. There's a particular type of gamer who likes to buy a lot of sports games, and those gamers had no reason to buy a Wii U. It's not that those games performed worse on the platform, they just didn't exist. So this to me is a clear stride that Nintendo has taken aim once again at core gamers. Coming from developer 34 Big Things is the racing game Redout, the spiritual successor to Wipeout. Activision is bringing Skylanders Imaginators to the Switch, and of course you can use all of your old figurines. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 made an appearance last night from Monolith Software. Ultra Street Fighter 2 from Capcom, of course, is confirmed, but no release date has been mentioned. You may notice that's sort of a theme today. The only game from Sega that I saw was Sonic Mania, set to release sometime in the spring. Two RPGs are coming from SquareEnix, one that's already released called I Am Setsuna, but of course the more interesting one is the original IP called Project Octopath, with one of the best art styles I have ever seen. It's 2D art on a 3D world and looks fantastic. Definitely one of the best looking games that night. Fire Emblem from Koei Tecmo. Again, no release window was even hinted at. In a surprise to absolutely no one, Skyrim has been confirmed by Bethesda, even though Nintendo insisted that they never mentioned anything about it previously, even though it was clearly in the Switch launch trailer. It should be noted it does not say the special edition, so it's probably the base game. And then last with third-party developers, because, well, they're the least, Konami with Super Bomberman R. I'm not saying Super Bomberman R can't be a good game, I'm saying Konami can't be a good company. Moving on to first-party titles, starting off with a port of Mario Kart 8 in the form of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which has a bigger cast of characters, including ones from Splatoon. The very first game showed off last night was a quick draw game, and while I said I wouldn't talk about the presentation, I will say that it went on for way too long and they shouldn't have been so serious about it. 1-2 Switch is the name of the game, or rather collection of games, and while I thought this was something akin to Wii Sports, which came with the console, after seeing that video again, it says game and system sold separately, so Nintendo, what game comes with the console? However, it is a confirmed Switch launch title. The only other confirmed launch title was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which wasn't really talked about very much because we've already seen a ton of gameplay and details on it. The second game shown really piqued my interest, and it's simply known as ARMS. It's a boxing game where players control their avatars with springs for arms by taking a Joy-Con controller into each hand and literally throwing punches. It was one of the more violent games that Nintendo showed off last night, and while it's absolutely cartoon-like in its style, if the controls are responsive and you don't have to fight against them, this could turn out to be a really good fighting game. What many were thinking was just a port turned out to be even better as Splatoon 2 was announced. But because the game is set to release sometime in the summer, it has no chance of being a launch title. And then the final game we will talk about is Super Mario Odyssey, a game that looked like Grand Theft Mario in the beginning because it put him in an open world modern day city. It seems to be an open world Mario game in different settings, with Nintendo saying it will feature sandbox style levels. The box art for the game is simple and bold, just the way I like it, with a render of the game covering the front and the Nintendo Switch logo in the top left and the ESRB rating in the lower left. An accessory I don't remember seeing a few days ago during the NeoGAF leak is the steering wheel. It's gonna end up flooding the shelves of GameStops everywhere. Out of some surprise, Nintendo announced the Switch will not be region locked, meaning imported games will play on any system anywhere in the world. I've never quite fully understood the reasoning behind this anyway, because what if you're a Japanese native speaker living in America? Why shouldn't you be able to play games in your native language, especially if you're willing to pay the extra cost to import it? At launch, 2 different bundles will be available, but the only difference is the color of the controllers, with one having a matching pair of gray Joy-Con controllers and the other having a left blue controller controller and a red right. The Switch is confirmed to have a 720p screen with stereo speakers on the bottom, power, volume, audio jack, and game cartridge slot all go across the top from the left to the right, and it has a multi-touch screen. This is what the UI will look like for the Switch, and again, simple, bold, clean, and beautiful. No word on exactly what operating system it's running, but I'm guessing it's Android Linux based like most non-Apple smartphones out there. The Joy-Con controllers seem to have mirrored functions, meaning both contain the same number of vibration motors, buttons and triggers, gyroscopes, tiltometers, and even has an IR camera built in which can sense the distance and shape of objects. Thankfully it doesn't have a projector in it, otherwise I would have to eat that script where I said it was bullshit. The controllers will retail for $50 a piece or $80 for a pair. So with all these features and all this technology packed in, how much battery life are we gonna have? That's a good question, me. Roughly 3 hours of heavy playtime and up to 6.5 hours during light gaming or browsing the internet. And then finally, the elephant in the room, the paid online service, which disappoints me greatly. Nintendo is the last bastion of free online console gaming, but apparently those days are now behind us. Starting in the fall of 2017, Nintendo will start charging for online access, so if you get the system early, you can enjoy these features for free for a short time. After that period, Nintendo will add online lobbies capable of transmitting voice chat, and subscribers to their service will get complimentary games from previous platforms like the NES or Super NES. More than likely, the service will be $60 a year, similar to Xbox Live Gold or PlayStation Plus. And I can't really say I blame Nintendo for this move. It's Microsoft's fault! Nintendo suffered losses time after time during the lifespan of the Wii U, and you can bet any amount of money they do not want to go back to doing that. And they may as well go along with it and make the money if players are willing to give it to them. I don't know if we're able to stop this in any way, or if it's a good idea to try. But this is one more reason I will recommend PC over console, as the gap between the two grows even wider. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're excited for the Nintendo Switch. Once again, it's time for Monday's game releases, because I'm off for the next 2 days, because apparently I've got to go write my own SLI profile for Rainbow Six Siege. For PC, Dead, Henry the Hamster Handler, Wacky Wings, Stickercraft, Toledo VR, IREC, Cards and Chaos, Hellphobia, Invisigun Heroes, Messiah, Don Bradman Cricket 17, The Fishing Club 3D, VR Amazing Files, Horror Hospital, My Pet Rock, Love Engine, and Flub Fighter. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you on Tuesday. We'll get to that in a second. And there should be a millennial edition of Monopoly. You just walk around paying rent and not being able to buy anything. So yeah, that's my Nintendo Switch coverage. I hope everybody liked it. Let me know if there's anything I forgot, or there's a game that you saw that I didn't mention in this list or something. I had a ton of fun this week doing these shows. It's been great. Little annoyed with NVIDIA lately because of the whole SLI Ubisoft blah 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 thing. I'm tired of fighting with it, but I guess I'm just going to deal with it the way it is. I am not going to be here on Monday because it's Martin Luther King Day, so everybody enjoy the holiday. Click over here to subscribe. Click over here for yesterday's episode. Social media links are over here and down in the description down below. Don't forget to share this video and hit that like button. Thank you. I love you. Bye. I'll see you on Tuesday. Play some games.